I'm Dave Brown here at ringside, ready to go with another day of championship wrestling action. Boy, today we got a six-man tag team match that won't quit for the expiration of time match today. We'll also see the Mason-Dixon Connection in here in a tag team match. Jarrett will be here, too. And a new tag team that I think you will find most interesting to watch. They're called the Wrestling Machines. We'll have more to say about them a little bit later on. We are going to get underway here very shortly, but I do want to take just a moment of time to say something about someone who's very special to me, who spent many, many years sitting right here in this chair. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Lance Russell. Lance, as many of you may know, has accepted another job. Now, Lance and I have worked in the same building for 25 years. We've shared this desk for 22 years, so it's going to take some getting used to sitting here and not having Lance sitting beside us. Lance, to me, personally, has been everything from an acquaintance to a co-worker to a boss to a teacher. He's responsible for much of the success that I've been able to enjoy in this television business. And he's also, perhaps more importantly, a friend, and will continue to be a friend. He's also a great friend to championship wrestling fans. Lance had planned to be here today, but he started his new job early. And Lance, you know I wish you happiness, and I'm sure all the fans all around the territory wish you the very, very best. We'll be back in just a moment.
Now you can receive guaranteed cash benefits paid directly to you in addition to any other insurance you may have. Look for this brochure in your Sunday newspaper. It tells how you can protect yourself and your savings from today's high cost of hospital care with guaranteed benefits and first-rate service from Physicians Mutual. Watch for this brochure in your Sunday paper.
We're here when you need us, Physicians Mutual.
Dillard's brings you the Bissell Steam Team, the Power Steamer and the Steam Mate.
You can power steam.
The Power Steamer shoots hot formula deep into carpet. Strong suction pulls out liquid and dirt.
Cleans up like a dream.
And the Steam Mate is a portable, professional-style cleaning machine, fast for spots and spills.
Bissell Steam Team.
It's the Clean Team, the Power Steamer for all your big jobs, or the Steam Mate for small area spots and spills. Get yours specially priced at Dillard's.
You can get Breathe's greatest hits on one album. Their only album, All That Jazz, an exceptional debut.
How can I fall when you just won't give me reasons?
Breathe, All That Jazz. All That Jazz, a smashing debut from Breathe.
Available at all Sound Warehouse locations.
Hi, I'm Mason Granger. And I'm Tom Prestigiacomo, reminding you that the Mets Telethon is this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. at the Hickory Ridge Mall. That's the Mid-South Epilepsy Talent Show Telethon. 30 acts from all over the Mid-South competing for first-place honors. And raising money for the Epilepsy Foundation of West Tennessee. You vote for your favorite act by pledging to the Epilepsy Foundation. It's all live, starting at 8:30 p.m. So come on over to the Hickory Ridge Mall and join in all the fun and excitement. Or watch right here on TV5. We'll see you Saturday.
Well, we got a couple of guys in the ring right now as we're set to go with championship wrestling action. Got a great day today. Wrestling Machines, a new tag team that we'll be looking at today with a tremendous background in wrestling.
I'm sorry I'm late. My flight has been delayed, and I've been circling the tower for about 30 minutes. You know how it is here in this airport.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
Who am I? I'm Ronnie P. Gossett the Fourth. Who are you? You must be Dave Brown.
I am Dave Brown.
You're my assistant, my sidekick.
Sidekick?
Sidekick, that's right.
I don't know what you're talking about here, but I appreciate it. Take your briefcase and your suitcase and just get out of here.
Well, can you move down for me? What is
I'm not
this?
moving down, no. We've got a show to do here.
I guess I'll have to
What?
I didn't hear myself.
What's your name again?
I'm Ronnie P. Gossett the Fourth. Where have you been all your life?
I've been right here, for heaven's sakes, doing championship wrestling for 22 years. What? We've got a match here, if you don't mind.
Listen, let me tell you something. You and Lance Russell have bored people to death for 20 years. I'm here to give you a little life, a little vim, and a little vigor. You know, let me ask you something. You know, when this show first comes on, you hear the applause, correct?
Yes, we do.
Believe me, brother, that's not applause. That's these idiots out here slapping themselves to wake themselves up.
Well, look, I don't know what this is all about. I just appreciate it. If you're going to sit here, then sit here and be quiet. We've got to get this underway here. Referee Jerry Calhoun has called for the bell. We've got tag team action as the Mason-Dixon Connection. John Paul and Tracy Smothers are going against Keith Eric and the Hangman. That's John Paul. Just took a knee to the midsection from the Hangman. The Mason-Dixon Connection is a fine tag team. That's what they are.
You know, Tracy Smothers and John Paul look good in the ring. It's a shame they can't wrestle. They're nice-looking guys, but they can't wrestle.
They certainly. Watch this. Hey, the double upper arm as a Hangman came off the ropes. Tracy Smothers takes over with a bar on the left arm. John Paul back outside. Look at this. Hangman shoulders down. Tracy rolled him up. Couldn't hold him for a 3 count, but he had the right idea going early for the count of 3. Hangman over to the corner to tag on Keith Eric.
You know, these guys have a little bit of potential. I might pass them one of my cards out and see what I can do. I'm very influential in this wrestling business.
One of your cards?
Right. I have a business. I'm not just a flunky like you that comes up here every Saturday and begs to get in and work.
We are joined here by Ronnie P. Gossett, who came in with suitcase in hand and is set down at the desk here. I don't know. I don't know why you're at the desk here. Why are you here?
Why am I here? I told you to save these people from 20 more years of boredom. We got rid of senile Lance Russell, and now I'm stuck with you, and you may be gone.
Well, I guarantee you, you're not Lance Russell's replacement. Let me tell you that.
Not Lance Russell's replacement.
No, sir.
Just wait and see, kid. You better wake up and smell the coffee.
Tag made by John Paul on Tracy Smothers. Keith Eric back into the corner. John Paul fires it into the rope. Look at this, Tracy with an over-the-rope drop kick. Keith Eric immediately heads over to the corner and makes the tag on his partner, the Hangman. The Hangman, out of parts unknown, wears the mask. Keith Eric out of Memphis. Tracy Smothers out of Springfield, Tennessee, in there right now. His partner, John Paul, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Mason-Dixon Connection. Tracy and John Paul. Tracy Smothers. Nice hip toss. Puts the Hangman down to the mat. Hangman back up on his feet quickly, and Tracy Smothers just kept him flying and put him right back on the mat.
You know, I thought they gave out cheese and butter on Tuesday. What are you doing with this welfare crew in here on Saturday?
Tracy Smothers fires the Hangman into the rope. Takes his feet away from it. John Paul, look at that teamwork. John Paul sits down on him. Drop the leg across the back of the neck. John Paul goes to work. Left arm. Ooh. Sits down on it. Shortens up on that left arm. Referee started the count. He got to 1, and the Hangman was able to lift the right shoulder up off the mat. That stopped the count right there.
It's such a shame that they do look good as a team, but they can't wrestle. Who trained these boys? Have they ever been trained? Look at them.
Are you watching the same match I am?
I certainly am.
Keith Eric comes into the ring and to a rude greeting by John Paul as John Paul immediately put him right down on the mat. Look at this. Tracy up on the rope. John Paul holding him up. He drops down and got that left arm. Then Tracy wraps up on it. Takes it in a hammer position up behind the back. Drops him off his feet down, shoulders down, count of 2. Thought he had him. I thought Tracy had the 3 count on Keith Eric, but he couldn't make it stick past the count of 2. Tremendous moves we've seen here from Tracy Smothers and John Paul.
I haven't seen any tremendous moves. Evidently, you're watching a different match than I am. What do you prefer to be called? Davy? David, or what? What do you go by? What's your handle?
Well, I'm tempted to say with you, you could call me something formal like Mr. Dave is what I prefer to be called. Keith Eric back in the corner. The tag made, and the Hangman will be coming in.
You know, I really owe you and Lance Russell a lot of gratitude. I used to suffer from insomnia, but every Saturday I've been taping your tapes, and I have no trouble at all falling asleep, I can assure you.
Well, we very much appreciate the compliment. Thank you. At least we're able to help you out in some way there,
That's
sir.
about the only way.
Ronnie Gossett. Ronald P. Gossett.
The fourth.
The fourth. I beg your pardon. The Hangman raking Tracy across the eyes. Tried to fire him into the ropes, but a reversal on the whip. And Tracy smothers. Puts him down to the mat. Tracy over to the corner. John Paul climbing the rope. Both these guys can fly. Tracy stretching him out. John Paul comes halfway across the ring. Tracy over to keep Keith Eric out of it. The 3-count falls. And the team of the Mason-Dixon Connection has just won themselves a match here over Keith Eric and the Hangman. Boy,
I'm going to give these boys one of my cards. Believe me, they need all the help they can get.
Well, Ronald P. Gossett out here claiming that he's here to save the show and that he's going to give those guys a card.
Just like I said, boys, you look good as far as appearance go, but you can't wrestle. Now, I have some cards. I just saw what happened. That's why I say it again. You can't wrestle. Now, I have some cards here. And I'm going to give you a card. You can read. Now, I will take time out of my busy schedule to help you in any way I can, because believe me, you two need all the help you can get. Call me sometime and not collect.
Well, I hope you're satisfied. Now, I think you've just about succeeded in making everyone upset with you here, you know, and we've got a show to do. If you would please just leave, if you don't mind.
You tell it like it is, Davy Brown. What are you doing sitting here? I can see we've got a break, and you're sitting here like, look at it. You see that word, break?
I see that word.
All right, we need to go to a break. Show a little professionalism. Don't just sit there.
Let's go to a break.
No wonder nobody likes you.
Did you stop smoking with cigarettes, and you better convince me?
I sure did.
Yes.
2 years ago. I quit August 1st.
Cigarette helps you break the nicotine addiction, and it works in as little as 7 days.
Did you gain any weight?
No, I lost 6 pounds.
No, I didn't.
I didn't lose any weight. I've always looked like this. I didn't gain any.
Listen to me. Everybody gains weight when they stop smoking. I did. It went like this, went like this, went like this.
We can't tie their refrigerator door closed, but I know I can tell you they're not going to be gorging themselves because it pacifies their bodies.
Any withdrawals?
Nope, I didn't have any withdrawals.
No withdrawals.
This is something that took away, something that had control of me.
And I kept waiting for the other shoe to fall. No withdrawals, no gain of weight, nothing.
I set the date, and I haven't smoked since.
What can I lose? He's going to give me my money back if it doesn't work.
If they're still not successful with the program, we'll refund their money. It's as simple as that.
No matter how much you smoke, no matter how long you've been smoking, with Cigarette you'll quit or your money back. Guaranteed.
The other ones didn't. The other ones were more than this one, and it didn't work, and they didn't guarantee it. Dave, when the Surgeon General compares cigarette smoking to, or nicotine addiction to a heroin addiction, you tell me, wouldn't you need some help?
It really, really worked for me.
It worked.
Cigarettes is the best program I've ever tried.
If we could give this gift to the world, wow.
Call toll-free 1-800-922-3131. Cigarette is the perfect gift to give to yourself or someone you love. Remember, if you don't stop smoking with Cigarette, we'll refund your money. To order, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-922-3131. Or send $19.95 plus $4 postage and handling to Cigarette, Box 4444, Carlsbad, California, 92008. If you want to stop smoking, call 1-800-922-3131 now.
Well, Dave Brown back at ringside, being joined here by Ronnie P. Gossett IV, who says he's here to save the show here. We're going to try our best to go on, if we can here. I want to show you a little bit of action which occurred at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum, in which the Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell were involved in a match with the superstar Bill Dundee and Ricky Morton. Now, this
Ricky Morton. Is that the same Ricky Morton that's one of the Rock and Roll Express?
Same one. You got it.
Let me tell you something. That express has been derailed for a long time. I clue you in on something.
Well, I'm not sure you're right about that. Take a look at the action which occurred in that match, though, last Monday night at the Coliseum.
Dundee trying to move him over to the side of the ring to get him out. They're both out. It's a double, I'm assuming. It's kind of like a double elimination. First one back is the winner. Bill Dundee now, Dutch Mantell out on the floor, and the first one back in the ring will be the winner. It's going to be a fight to see which one can get back first, and they're doing just that outside of the ring. Mantell now choking Dundee as he heads to get back to the ring. Dundee grabs him by his pants, pulls him back out. Here they come around here. Now Dundee got the whip. Lashes Mantell one time. They tie it up again. As the superstar, it looks like it's choking Mantell. Look at Mantell fight back with a couple of rights. This is absolutely got to be one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. Mantell, he's going to be the winner. Mantell wins the match.
Winner, Dutch Mantell. Mantell the winner.
What's Dundee doing now?
The referee has reversed the decision with the Master of Pain outside holding Dundee.
I never saw the guy. Apparently he was under the ring.
Neither. I don't know. How could you miss a guy that big? But neither one of us saw him. Billy is down. The referee's calling for help. Bad enough with Mantell with that huge Master of Pain. Look out.
They're really working over the superstar. The Master of Pain now picks Dundee. Here comes Rick Morton, which surprises me.
Well, from a little earlier, if you remember in the evening when they were picking on Rick Morton with the Imperial Dynasty, Master of Pain came out, Dutch Mantell, and Dundee came out there and helped Morton out. And so Ricky's paid him back now, and Dundee is the winner.
It's time for a word from Snowbird. All right, class, please give Professor Snowbird your attention and watch those paper wides. Thank you. Today's lesson is very important. The curtain, please. This is Lindsay and Tanya. I'm going to tell you some things about them. Then you tell me what my two buddies are. Lindsay and Tanya have known each other for several years. As a matter of fact, they even live in the same neighborhood. Lindsay and Tanya share things together. They like to share happy times together. And when one is sad, the other tries to cheer her up. They talk to each other and do things for one another. Now, what do you think they are? Give up? Lindsay and Tanya are the most important thing two kids could be. They're friends.
A message for the family from Fantastic Sam's and TV5.
What's a crystal like? It's like going on a blind date with a guy who's supposed to be sensitive, and he turns out to be a hunk. That's a crystal.
It's small, it's square, it's steamed. It's crystal. And like you, it's definitely different. What's a crystal like? It's like a party that says come as you are. So you do. And they do. And everyone has a really good time. It's a crystal. And like you, it's definitely different.
Have I got a buy for you?
Fleming's went straight to our furniture manufacturers. We said we need an all-wood cherry bedroom and an all-wood oak bedroom like Memphis has never seen before. And they delivered for us. This complete cherry poster bedroom suite is now yours for only $5.99. or choose this oak cannonball bedroom complete for just $5.99. Choose either suite, pay nothing down, and just $27 per month with no payments till June. Hey, when Fleming Furniture says we'll do whatever it takes to be your family's favorite furniture store,
we mean business.
You are looking at Alan Reynolds and Chris Frazier in the ring right now, set to go with tag team action. Alan and Chris weigh in at about 435 pounds. Alan's out of Arkansas, Chris Frazier out of Mississippi, and coming here, one of the meanest teams you're ever going to find.
This man knows what he's talking about.
I'm finally glad that you got a man out here that can wrestle. I'm glad to call this man my friend. Hello, Dutch Mantell.
Well, that's a dangerous sign right there as Dutch shakes hands with this man sitting at the ring here, Ronnie P. Gossett IV. Let's get some action underway. That's Dutch Mantell out of Oil Trough, Texas. His partner, his last address on him was the Atlanta Federal Pin. Master of Pain, who's in there right now. Dutch tagged out quickly, wasted no time in getting the big guy in there.
It's awfully hot in here. Do you not have an air conditioner in this building? I can't sit out here and be uncomfortable.
What do you mean air conditioner? It's the dead of winter. It's got snow
Don't
around.
try to be a weatherman with me. I just need an air conditioner. If you can't get it, I'll get somebody that can.
I do happen to be a weatherman, and I think everything's just fine in the studio here for most of us, all but you,
Most
apparently.
of us. The one that counts is uncomfortable.
Meaning you, of course, sir.
Of course.
Dutch Mantell, whoa, vicious right hand. He popped Chris Frazier. Knocked him right down on the mat. Got it right above the eyes on the forehead. Dutch Mantell makes the tag. This Master of Pain is 6'9", 325 pounds worth.
He looks totally awesome.
That's...
Alan Reynolds looks like a guy that works down here at Hardee's. Is that where you got him, Hardee's?
Alan Reynolds, fine young wrestler who's come a long way here. Master of Pain. He just picks Frazier up in the air, turns him over, and throws him down to the mat. Drops down with the arm, cover. Nope, he doesn't cover it. Doesn't try for the 3 count. We're a minute and a half into the action. Power slam.
Power slam. Now, that looked great. Now we're finally seeing some decent wrestling.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you that Mantell and Master of Pain make an awesome tag team. I don't like their attitude. There's a count of 2.
Who cares about their attitude?
And 3. Minute 51 seconds, and give the win to Dutch Mantell and the Master of Pain. Alan Reynolds over now to help his partner Chris Frazier.
You think we need a stretcher to carry that imbecile out?
I think he'll be able to make it out under his own power with a little bit of help from his partner. He seems to be, well, he's shaking, of course, but he's getting out of here. I think he's all right. Dutch Mantell, Thank you. Dutch
Another
Mantell.
victory in the long string for Dutch Mantell. Nothing new. He's no stranger to this sport.
Listen, we gotta take a break here. If I may interrupt you, please. We'll be back in just a moment.
This interrupting me is getting old.
Hey, check out these 3. What do you think of the one on the left?
Great, but I like them thinner.
Well, how about the one on the right?
That looks too thin.
But how about the luscious one in the middle?
Perfect. And we can share.
Only Pizza Hut offers deep pan, thin and crispy, and hand-tossed. Now choose any 2 mediums starting at just $9.99.
Hi, I'm the luscious one in the middle. All right, maybe I'm not.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Brother Hell for Jolly Royal Furniture. Standard Washington Armstrong said, yes, Jolly Royal, cut your prices on our furniture. We'll back you up. So look at this bub-back contemporary living room. The sofa, $299. The love seat, $269. The chair, $219. This 8-piece black and white bedroom, very modern, very high-tech. All 8 pieces, $499. Try to find a better place to buy furniture. That's about as easy as a bow-legged man trying to hem up a hog in a ditch.
When it comes to fashion,
Sammy's men's shops are red hot. Sammy's downtown on the Mid-America Mall and Southland Mall set the season on fire with all the latest boys' suit styles and colors for Easter. Prices start as low as $39.98. And right now, with every boys' suit you buy, you'll receive a gold tone chain absolutely free. Sammy's men's shops at 103 South Main on the Mid-America Mall and Southland Mall, where the fashions are hot.
The force is back and funnier than ever with Jones, Callahan, Fankler, and Tackleberry. With professionals like these, crime is the least of your problems.
That was very exciting.
Police Academy 6, City Under Siege. Rated PG. Starts Friday, March 10th at a theater near you.
Today through Monday for 1 week only at Dundee Chevrolet, prices have been slashed on over 800 cars, trucks, and vans. And listen, over 200 trucks and rebates to $750 mean through Monday, new S10s as low as $67.89. Fully equipped new S10 Tahoes for $89.89. $500 rebates mean you can own a fully equipped full-size Chevy Silverado for as low as $10,389. The number to call, 382-3100. Now we're staying open late Friday and Saturday and Sunday after church, but the deadline's Monday at Dundee Chevrolet, Memphis.
You Can Rent is growing again. The Showtime, modern, and best TV rental stores are now part of the You Can Rent family. And to celebrate, You Can Rent is giving you a chance to win a new 1989 Cadillac DeVille, plus hundreds of other prizes like free food for a year, no car payment for a year, or free rent for a year. There's no obligation, just register. And at You Can Rent everything for your home with no paperwork hassle, free service, and instant delivery. Drive into the nearest You Can Rent today. You might drive away with a brand new Cadillac.
Wrestlers in the spotlight on The Lawler Show.
All right, I'm Dave Brown, and I almost said gentleman here, but I'm not sure that's the correct term, if you don't mind me saying that, sir.
Ronnie P. Gossett IV. Can't you remember anything?
I can remember Ronnie P. Gossett IV. It's hard to forget at this point. Came out here, interrupted things, and has refused to leave so far, claiming he's here to save the television show and wrestling in general and all of that. I'm going to tell you in just a minute, if you'll leave us alone, I'm going to tell you in a minute about the championship wrestling action coming up Monday night at the Coliseum. First, I want to remind you of something coming up here on TV5 tonight, something very special we participate in every year. Mason Granger and Tom Prestigiacomo at 8:30 tonight will be hosting the Mets Telethon, and this is to benefit, of course, the Memphis Epilepsy Foundation. It's not your typical telethon, though. There's lots of entertainment here, acts from all around the Mid-South area. It always is a most entertaining evening, and it'll be 8:30 until 1 a.m. with a break at 10 o'clock for Action News 5 tonight. So make a note. Be watching tonight. You can either watch it, of course, here on TV5, or if you'd like, you can go out to Hickory Ridge Mall and see it live out there. So don't forget tonight, Mets Telethon at 8:30. Now, let's take a look at championship wrestling action coming up at the Mid-South Coliseum Monday night. 8 o'clock wrestling time. Regular prices are going to be in effect, and free parking, of course. Monday night, the first match, Action Jackson. If you missed him last week, you will see him today on Championship Wrestling. He is going to be going against Brian Lee, fine wrestler out of Orlando, Florida. This one should be an interesting match. Action Jackson and Brian Lee getting things going Monday night for the first match. Then the Wrestling Machines, you'll meet them a little bit later on, too. You're going to like them, too. Frankie Lancaster and P.Y. Chu-Hi. Phil Hickerson will be their opponents Monday night at the Coliseum in the first tag team action of the night. Then the CWA tag team titles are going to be on the line. Jed Grundy and Jungle Jim will be going against Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. This one should have enough action for a main event anywhere. It's going to be the CWA tag titles on the line.
I guess you'll have Sheena at ringside with Jungle Jim.
Well, I don't think so. Shogun, I think we'll have Sylvia at ringside, though, for Robert Fuller. Then coming up, Shogun and Samurai, the Japanese team with Tojo Yamamoto in their corner, will be going against the Mason-Dixon Connection, Tracy Smothers and John Paul.
The trucking company.
The Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell then are going to be stepping into the ring to go against Rick Morton and the superstar himself, Bill Dundee.
Bill Dundee. Let me tell you, Bill Dundee draws more money in Social Security than most of these guys make.
Will you get off of that? That's
Bill
not...
Dundee, the super pygmy from Australia.
Come on now. One of the toughest wrestlers pound for pound in the world. He'll be teamed with Morton against the Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell Monday night. Then a grudge match. In this one, Jeff Jarrett will be climbing in the ring against Buddy Landell. Then, that's not all.
He'll get his lunch. Buddy Landell will make short work of Jeff Jarrett, I sure.
We'll see about that Monday night. World Unified title being put on the line by the King, Jerry Lawler, against an egg in the face.
A what?
Eggs in the face for Tommy Rich if he loses the match.
Just a minute.
Eggs? An egg match. You heard me.
This is professional wrestling. This isn't romper room. What are you talking about, eggs?
It's an egg match, I just said. If Rich loses...
Let me guess who booked the egg match. That's got to be that senile old fossil Eddie Marlin. An egg match.
Eddie Marlin did book the egg match.
Well, that's understandable.
Well, it's a match, I think.
He still thinks he's in the 1940s. I never heard of an egg match.
Well, show up Monday night. You'll get to see one.
Eggs.
There it is. Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. The World Unified title is on the line against Eggs in the Face. Lawler against Rich. 8 o'clock wrestling time. Regular prices again are going to be in effect. And, of course, there will be free parking. That is the action coming up. We've got an interview right now that was sent in regarding a match with Jeff Jarrett, which occurred with the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell.
Now you're beginning to get some more.
A little similar story to your life. When I was a freshman in high school, this senior come around and he wanted my lunch money, and I wasn't going to give it to him. So what did he do? He stomped a mud hole in me and walked it dry and took my lunch money, okay? So it go on and go on and go on as the story goes. Years later, as I grew up as big as he was and come up, and finally I stomped him and I left him for dead. Now, I know this sounds funny to you because it's just like the same situation to me stomping you a couple of years ago on TV when you first got into the business. So you thought last Monday night in Memphis, Tennessee, you was going to get retribution on the Nature Boy Buddy Landell and try to vindicate the name Jarrett and stomp Buddy Landell, but it didn't turn out that way again, did it? I beat you like I owned you, like I did your daddy, like I did your grandfather. You're a disgrace to the Jarrett name. You're a disgrace to the profession we're in. I hate your guts. I hate what you stand for, signing autographs and kissing babies. Why don't you get back in the ring Memphis Monday night and take a ride on the wild side?
Hi, I'm Bob Vila. You may have seen my home improvement program on TV. I dropped by to see how my friend John here is doing. Since he bought this house, he's wanted to make improvements. The kitchen's a great place to start because it's where you can add real beauty, convenience, and value. You know, there's nothing as satisfying as doing a job right the first time. And here's something that'll really help. It's the Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. It sure helped John. He's already installed modern countertops, put in a stainless sink, and single control faucet and sprayer. He's added the backsplash. Now he's caulking. Beautiful. Perfect job. This first book, Kitchens and Bathrooms, will guide you step by step to impressive improvements like this. See here on page 44, it tells you all you need to know to make and install a backsplash. And up in the bathroom, Kitchens and Bathrooms has lots of ideas for you. Look at this great tiling and grouting job. Nice work, John.
Thanks, Bob. I'm really pleased.
John doesn't want to have to do this job again soon, so he's following a tip here on page 27. He's protecting grout from dirt and mildew by applying a sealant using a small brush. Tips like that and proven professional techniques are why Time Life Books are so unique. With easy-to-follow directions and drawings, it's like having a pro working along with you. Your home is your biggest single investment. These books will help you improve and protect it. Call now for your first book, Kitchens and Bathrooms, for a free 15-day examination. You'll receive this 12-foot tape measure free with your purchase. Then about every other month, you'll receive another idea-packed volume, such as new living spaces, adding on, and weatherproofing. Keep only those you want. Cancel anytime. Home Repair and Improvement from Time Life Books. It's like having a pro working right along with you.
To examine kitchens and bathrooms for 15 days, just call 1-800-228-5400. Keep it and pay just $10.99 plus shipping and handling. With your purchase, you'll receive the Stanley tape measure as a free gift. So call 1-800-228-5400. That's 1-800-228-5400.
I am looking forward to this match. Ronnie Gossett, even you should be impressed with the action that we see right here.
So far, I'm impressed. Who's his opponent?
Here he is, right here. You want an opponent? You got one. Jeff Jarrett out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, stepping into the ring to do battle with Tampa, Florida's Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun getting everything set. Here we go.
You know, Jeff Jarrett looks good in the ring, but like I say, his wrestling ability is limited, mainly because he was trained by his father, Jerry Jarrett, and he couldn't fight or wrestle his way out of a paper bag. So the kid automatically has a curse against him right there, having anything to do with Jerry Jarrett.
You are talking about a young man who was Rookie of the Year, his absolute first year in the wrestling business.
We're talking about Rookie of the Year last year. We're talking about
not last year, no. We're talking about several years ago.
Several years ago.
Talking about a man who has held championship belts and is one of the finest wrestlers, not around here, anywhere. Jeff Jarrett.
I certainly hope he does much better than Jerry Jarrett, because I've watched Jerry Jarrett wrestle. He was even sued for impersonating a wrestler one time.
Come on. Jeff Jarrett with the left arm guard on Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Tell you what, if you have watched Frankie the Thumper Lancaster over the last couple of months, you know he is a tough, rugged, fine wrestler. And I think we've said before here, only quarrel.
He looks rugged, but I don't know about the fine part. I'll have to form my own opinion.
Only quarrel we have had with Lancaster is his attitude, which was lent to him by Robert Fuller in the Stud Stable.
There's nothing wrong with an attitude, I'll tell you that right now. And Robert Fuller is one of the finest athletes in the country.
Look at Jeff trying to put it down. He does. Shoulders down, and that count is 1, 2. But he couldn't make it
more than that.
Couldn't make it stick for a 3 count. Jeff pretty well controlling things, though. He's got the thumper down on the mat again. Frankie Lancaster.
Right now he has the thumper. If you're going to sit out here with me, could you kind of dress a little bit better? I mean, I don't want to knock your clothes, but, you know, the Jot 'em Down store don't exactly get it out here.
I'm not even going to comment on a comparison there, if you don't mind. Jeff Jarrett with the left arm.
You're going to have to do something with this desk. I don't have as much room as I want.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to argue with that either. You do need a lot of room, and I'll let it go at that. Nice move by Jeff Jarrett, and another one as he keeps things going here, and Frankie Lancaster ends up once again on the mat, where he has been a good part of this match. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the action.
It's just a matter of time till Jeff Jarrett's on the mat. 1, 2, 3, and that'll be the end of that.
Jeff Jarrett hanging on. Got that arm barred. You know, you look at that hold, and it doesn't look that impressive, but let me tell you, he's putting pressure on the shoulder, and there are ways he can hang on to it that he puts pressure on the elbow, too. And what that other wrestler, in this case Frankie Lancaster, is thinking is not how can I beat Jeff Jarrett, it's how can I get out of that hold. He does it off the rope. Shoulder butt by Jeff. Oh, look at Lancaster. See, you can't take him out of any match. You can't sell him short. He's tough. Jeff does end up with the advantage, though, and that left arm now in the hammer position up behind Lancaster's back. Jeff drops down.
Series, he has looked good, but let's not talk too much about Jeff Jarrett. Let's talk about the thumper. I'm very impressed with the thumper.
Talking about the thumper, let's talk about who's controlling the match. Who's controlling
right now? Jeff Jarrett is controlling it.
You got it. He's controlling it.
Don't count the thumper out.
Not going to count him
out
yet.
One thing you've got to be is impartial out here, Davy Brown.
And we certainly try to do that when circumstances allow us. It's hard sometimes when you see guys breaking the rules left and right. And I got to say about Lancaster, he has not been breaking many of the rules today.
That's a very legitimate forearm smash.
That's a very unlegitimate fist he just hit him with right there.
That wasn't a fist, that was a forearm smash. That shows how much you know.
Look at Jeff. Oh, tries to come off the ropes with a flying press, and Lancaster had gotten in too close to him. Jeff hits the mat, and he's holding his right elbow. He hit that mat hard coming off the rope. Lancaster now.
If he landed on his head, he definitely isn't hurt, I can assure you that.
Lancaster with a clothesline as Jeff comes off the ropes. Jeff Jarrett, who had really been looking so good, I mean, had been dominating, made the mistake, and Lancaster with a cover. One. Only a 2 count.
Calhoun had been out of position. That would have been a win for Thumper Lancaster. How long are you going to keep this Calhoun creep?
Lancaster.
Your referee, when I get my squad in here, we'll have a complete change.
Squad?
My squad.
Hey, you're going to, wait a minute, you're going to take over as a co-host here. You're going to bring a squad in here.
Don't use the word co-host. You are the co-host. I am the host.
Well, it remains to be seen, I think.
Well, just stick around.
Go, Jeff, go, the crowd says. Oh, Lancaster with a reverse neck breaker. Lancaster, I think, may have just made a mistake. He now goes for the cover, but he wasted a lot of time. Counted 2. I'm not sure but what Lancaster could have had a win if he had gone for the cover.
You got that ignorant referee, Calhoun, out of position, or Jeff Jarrett's shoulders would have been pinned.
Referee was in position. Lancaster just wasted a lot of time before he ever got to the cover. Jeff up high in the air. Boy, things aren't looking good for the last 2.5 minutes.
The Retirement Mandatory Commission finally did a good thing by forcing Lance Russell to retire. It was 10 years overdue.
That is absolutely false.
And another thing, I have heard from very good sources that you've been seeing a shrink.
You've what?
That you've been seeing a shrink. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody has problems.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not one to gossip, and I don't start rumors, but I don't want you cracking up.
You're going to keep it to yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I will need your help for a little while, but you are limited. You do know that.
I see. Well, I don't know what your source is, but you better get new sources is all I can tell you.
I just don't want you cracking up.
Frankie Lancaster controlling now as he's got the chin lock on Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett should submit.
There's a great view of the hold. You can see it right on the chin, and he's pulling back so that it's very tough for Jeff to move that head at all. Lancaster takes him right back down to the mat. Want to keep him off his feet because Lancaster knows if Jeff gets on his feet, he has a lot more options. He can move a lot better.
Isn't Eddie Marlin Jeff Jarrett's grandfather?
Yes.
Well, that's 2 kisses of death that kid's got. Eddie Marlin never won a wrestling match.
Oh, Eddie Marlin was co-holder of the championship belts for many years. He and his partner held the belts longer than anybody else. That record stood for a long, long time. I tell you, like I say, you better get new sources. Let me tell you, Jeff had it covered at a count of 1.
Well, I watched Eddie Marlin back when I was 5 years old, and I never watched him win a match.
Count of 1 again as Jeff Jarrett again looking good. He hooks the arms, takes Lancaster down. 1, 2, but he can't hold him. Lancaster rolls on over. Small package by Jeff. Count of 2 again. Jeff Jarrett trying his best to get the 3 count. Couldn't quite get it. He takes him down to the mat. Oh, here comes Dutch Mantell.
Oh, there's my boy, Dutch Mantell.
Dutch Mantell.
Why are you ringing the bell?
Because Dutch Mantell has just interfered in the match here. That's why, of course.
He's hipping him up. What are you talking about?
Helping him out. Call it what you want to. It's illegal. It's disqualification on Lancaster. Jeff slides under him out of the ring. Hand is up. Jeff Jarrett. Boy, what a smart move.
Very smart move. When do you call running from anybody a very smart move?
Hey, when it's 2 against 1, Dutch Mantell and Lancaster, Jeff Jarrett made the greatest move he could have possibly made at that particular point.
He sure did.
And that's to get out of the ring and have that hand raised and the victory that he just earned there by disqualification.
They're over here applauding a move where somebody runs from someone.
7 minutes, 43 seconds. And Mantell in Lancaster, especially Mantell, frustrated that Jeff left instead of staying here. All right.
Let me tell you one thing. Jeff Jarrett just proved what kind of low-life, egg-sucking coward he is. We're not in a track meet. We're in a wrestling match. One day I'm going to keep him in that ring.
Yeah, 1-on-1, I guarantee you, would have still been in there with you, too. But 2 against 1, he did the right thing, and he got out of there. Now, if you'll get out of here, we'll get another match going.
And while he's at it, why don't you leave with him? I'll be here when you're long gone, my friend. Your days are numbered.
Oh, my goodness, what a day. Alan Reynolds coming back in here. Alan
we
saw...
did see this boy from Hardee's.
He saw limited duty. I think it was officially only in the match for about 15 or 20 seconds.
I have watched this Action Jackson guy. Let me talk, and when you want to talk, you can ask me. How's that?
Well, go ahead. Let's see how you do. Let's go ahead. Call the match.
All right, look at Action Jackson in there, moving out. Now, that is a professional wrestler.
You know where Action Jackson is from?
He can be anywhere. He can be from anywhere he wants to be. He don't have to have a designated place.
Texarkana, Texas. You know how much he weighs?
He will outweigh me by about 30 pounds.
He weighs 311.
That's on the hoof.
Alan Reynolds out of Arkansas. Alan will weigh in somewhere in the neighborhood of about 226. All right, you want to call the match? Go ahead.
He looks like he's been sick, Alan.
That was a body slam.
That was anything he wants it to be. I'm very impressed with this Action Jackson.
Action Jackson has just missed twice. Alan Reynolds presses him to the mat. Out of the ring, down on the floor, and look out, Alan. Action Jackson picks him up.
He's handling him like a sack of potatoes.
Got him with a fist. Hit him with the fist, runs him into the ring post. Yeah, real fine wrestling action.
The guy is clumsy and stumbled into the ring post. Don't use these words. Run him into the ring
post. Here comes Reynolds, back up. Action Jackson.
You might as well stick a fork in Reynolds. He's done.
He pulls him into the ring, slams him down to the mat. Down to 1, 2.
Well, I'm glad
3.
to see Calhoun can count that high.
It's a minute 40 seconds and a win for the huge, intimidating Action Jackson as he gets the victory here over Alan Reynolds. So that's the way that one goes. Action Jackson with a victory to his credit. We will take a break, and we will be back with you in just a moment.
I'm going to have to get some air in here.
Race fans, get ready. Chevy trucks present the Coors Extra Gold USA Hot Rod Truck Mud Racing International, exploding into the Mid-South Coliseum tonight and tomorrow afternoon. Monster truck action. Taurus battles jet-powered Coors Bruiser and the granddaddy of them all, Bigfoot, in the Monster Truck Challenge. Plus championship high-stakes super motocross. It's twin track, power pack, top fuel dragsters and mud racing national shootout, and motorcycle daredevils risk it all in Mac Valley's Globe of Death. Tickets at the Coliseum and Ticketmaster tonight and tomorrow. The hottest show on wheels.
It's bigger than a sale, better than a clearance. It's Circuit City's March Blowout. This Zenith 3-head VCR has cable-ready tuning and slow motion. It's now just $299.97. And this deluxe Whirlpool 18-cubic-foot refrigerator is a low $449.97. Hurry in for the March Blowout, going on now at Circuit City, the intelligent choice.
At Taco Bell, if you can spare a dime, we'll turn nachos into our new Nacho Supreme. Just 10 cents more than a regular nachos gets you beef, beans, tomatoes, and all the flavor you could ask for. So chip in an extra dime and get the new Nacho Supreme today. Because at just 99 cents, it won't be around for long.
Taco Bell has the road to make a run for the border.
Don't forget, the original Taco Bell taco is just 49 cents.
Robert Lanier for BC Powder.
I'm shooting 4,000 rivets a day and feeling every one of them.
When you're working with pride, but you're hurting inside, that's the time to take BC.
When the noise and pressure bring on a hammer and headache, I go for a BC. Nothing drives a headache away faster.
When the pain keeps growing, but you've got to keep going.
I can't forget, a lot of folks are riding on what I do.
That's the time to take BC.
Also an arthritis drinks.
All right, those are the medics stepping up on the ring apron right here. Their opponents are going to be coming out here, too. And a new teaming. Here they come under the white mask. Those are the Wrestling Machines. Wrestling
Who are
Machine
these guys?
1 and 2. Well, these guys, I'll tell you about these guys as we go along. As a matter of fact, let's get the action underway. The Wrestling Machines going against the Medics. Medic number 1 under the black mask, starting against the Wrestling Machine number 1. These are two guys who have wrestled around the area and have not had the mask
Well,
on.
who are they?
But they
You still haven't answered my
have
question.
formed a team, and Mr. Wrestling number 1 and 2. Some of you longtime wrestling fans will remember.
We
the Mr.
can't remember
Wrestling
that
team.
far back. Johnny Walker is...
I said longtime wrestling fans could remember that. A couple of the finest wrestlers with the best records in the history of the sport. And they were kind of heroes to these guys right here. They decided to form a team and go under the mask and,
must be pretty ugly if they're
and
under a
wrestle
mask.
that way and see how things work out. So Wrestling Machines, number 1 and number 2, your first look at them anywhere right here today on CWA Championship Wrestling.
Is that number 1 or number 2 in there?
That's both of them in there, 1, 2. There's a tag made. Medic number 2 will be coming in.
How can you tell who's 2 and who's 1?
Well, with the medics, it's easy because one has a white mask and the other has a black mask.
No.
Medic number 2 in there right now. Minute 15 seconds.
What are they called? The Dream Weavers?
They are called the Wrestling Machines.
Oh.
The Wrestling Machines number 1 and number 2. Boy, I tell you, so far, I'm impressed. What we're seeing...
Doesn't take much to impress you, though.
Well, these are a couple of guys who should impress you because they've got not only a great high school wrestling background, but both of them have a tremendous collegiate wrestling background. They know
You
wrestling.
see that move right there? That is an illegal move.
It's not an illegal move.
It certainly is. That's double teaming.
Well, the other one stepped out of the ring immediately after that, and the other one was there to take over. Medic number 2 in there, not doing too well either against the Wrestling Machine. Wrestling Machine makes the tag, and this is, boy, I tell you, these guys are hard to tell apart. Wrestling Machine number 1
Certainly
and 2.
are.
Both of them very,
Both look terrible.
very well built. This is Wrestling Machine number 2. And the Medic, boy, did you see that move? Over the years, wrestling fans have said, hey, you know, we love seeing wrestlers who really wrestle. And they bring up names like Lou Thez from many years ago. Oh,
he's holding the ties.
He got a submission out of him. He was holding him up in the air in that fireman's carry, and he got a submission. Referee said, ring the bell. So the Wrestling Machines number 1 and number 2 are going to walk out of here with a victory under their belts, and I am impressed by the wrestling moves that we have seen from the two guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of Wrestling Machines number 1
not. They didn't impress me at all.
and number 2, and I'm not looking forward to seeing more of you. I do want to
you'll
get
see
King.
more of me. I'm like the World's Fair. I get bigger and better every year.
I do want to call the King out here. The King has got a tour coming up of Japan, and maybe we can get a few words from him.
Wait just a minute.
now.
You're calling the King out here. Let
Calling
me
Jerry
interview
Lawler out
Jerry
here.
Lawler.
I'll interview Jerry Lawler if you don't mind. King?
Hey, just back
King's
off.
going to Japan to defend the unified world title, and I'm interviewing the King.
You sit over here and do what you do best. Sit at this desk and look stupid.
There he is. Jerry Lawler with a unified world title in hand.
You just sit down. I'll take it from here.
King, this guy says he's going to do the interview.
What?
Just watch
Who is
yourself,
he and
okay?
what is he? Sit down over here, nitwit. I told you I
Watch
was
yourself.
taking over. You take your spot here. Jerry Lawler, I have watched you many, many, many long years. I admit I have respect for you. You're a champion. You've beat many, many people. You're going to Japan. These guys are in tip-top shape. They run, they do squats, and you're going to represent us. Well, let me tell you something. You are out of shape. You look... I cannot believe that a world champion would let theirself go the way that you have. You have hit these fast food places till you've ran them out of business. I'm being serious with you, Lawler. You look horrible. I mean, really. What is it?
First of all, if you're going to conduct this interview, you say your piece, and then when it's time for me to say something, try to put the microphone over here where I can speak something first. Now, let me say, I didn't believe in hate at first sight until today. But you're going to stand out here and you're going to tell me, you're going to look at me and tell me that I'm out of shape. You're going to do that? Wait a minute. Just now you've been talking and running your mouth the entire show. Let me just say a few words. First of all, I don't know much about you, Ronnie P. Gossett, but I want to ask you a question.
Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth.
Okay, the fourth. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question, Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth. Is that your real face, or are you breaking it in for a bulldog, or what is the deal? Let me say this too. There's one good thing about your face. It's not as ugly as your body. I don't want to say you're fat, Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth, but I'll bet you get fan mail from Moby Dick, don't you? Huh?
Let me tell you something, Lawler.
I'm not through, and you couldn't tell me anything. You might ask me something. Now, you know, a guy as fat as you are, when he gets on an elevator, it better be going down. Am I right or not? Look at him. Huh? Is that right? Huh? Are you going to conduct this interview? You're going to stand here and tell me I'm out of shape? You know, Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth, you ought to keep your mouth closed or somebody's going to stick an apple in it, and then you'll look just right. You understand that? As a matter of fact, Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth, I would think, don't you ordinarily need a license to be that fat? Huh? Is that right? You're fat, and you're going to call me out of shape, huh?
Let me tell you something, Lawler. You don't call me fat. Now, I may be a little bit overweight. I may be a little chubby in certain spots. But let me tell you something. I am not fat. Now, you can stand out here and knock me all you want to. But the bottom line is, you're going to Japan. You're going to represent us, and you got all these little kids that look up to Jerry Lawler. Don't you know what a bad example you're starting? When they look up to you, you know what's going to happen to you when you get to Japan? They're going to send you right back. They're going to take one look at you, and they're going to say, is this the best we have for a world champion? Then you're coming back. Because, brother, you look terrible. Are you not exercising? What is it?
Well, let me just say, apparently you don't have any mirrors at your house either, do you, Ronnie P. Gossett the fourth? Because you see, and you stand, are you trying to tell these people that you're going to be an announcer out here, that you're going to try to take the place of somebody like a Lance Russell? Is that what you're trying to do? Huh? Well, somebody with a voice like yours, you see, you got that little high squeaky voice. Somebody with an IQ like yours should have a low voice too, see, to match your IQ. So don't try to come out here and tell people that you're going to take over the show. I've already heard you out here. You're knocking everything. You're knocking Eddie Marlin. You're knocking Dave Brown. You're knocking Jeff Jarrett. You're knocking me. You're even knocking a match that I am really looking forward to, like this. You knocked the egg in the face match. What do you got to say about something?
The egg in the face match. Right. Now, that could only come from over here with senile Eddie Marlin. He had to book an egg match. Let me tell you something.
Do you even understand what the concept of that match is?
No, I don't, but an egg match. What is an egg match? A guy stands there and the guy throws the egg, right?
No.
And then the first one to get a dozen leaves or wins, right?
No. Let me tell you about an egg match. What an egg match is that's where somebody puts at stake his dignity, his pride, because if he loses the match, they have a little contraption that the guy stands in, he puts his hand behind. Now, the other wrestler doesn't throw the eggs. You pick not 1, not 2, not 10, but 50 people, 50 people out of the audience, and they get to come up and throw eggs in this loser's face. And then hey, wait a minute. I mean, has anybody got any eggs? Are there any eggs here? No eggs. Well, I wish we had some eggs. Hey, Eddie, let me just show you how this works without the eggs, okay? Because they do happen to have, do you have the thing that the guy gets in? Because I don't think you understand what we try to do around here. I don't think you understand. I'll tell you what. Come here, look, do you see this little apparatus right here?
I see that little one-horse contraption.
Okay, what it is, when somebody loses an egg match, a guy stands in there. Of course, there's a little screen over there to protect his eyes or whatever, and a guy stands in there, and then he takes the humiliation and he takes the embarrassment of being hit in the face with eggs by the fans. Now, you don't think that would be exciting? You don't think that would be funny? Look, just put yourself in the place of the loser of the match. Come here. No eggs. Anybody got any eggs? We don't have any eggs, but...
In the first place, I can't get in that contraption.
No, you don't get in it. Look, all you would do is stand behind it. You would just stand right there. You would just stand in there. Now, the loser of the match would have to stand in there. You put your arms right down in here, and then the fans would come up and throw eggs in the guy's face. Look, see. And then you got this stuff. If we only had any eggs. See, that's what it would be like. Hey, wait a minute. I got it. I have some egg right here. I found an egg. I can't believe it.
Nobody, shut up, you heathens. Nobody makes a fool out of Ronnie P. Gossett the Fourth. I know everybody in this business. I'm the godfather of professional wrestling. And I can tell you one thing. I know politicians, and I know people. You can laugh all you want to. I'll remember this, Lawler. Believe me, I'll remember this,
right.
And you will, too.
You said one thing right. You said nobody makes a fool out of Ronnie P. Gossett. That's only because God beat us to it, brother. He did that a long time ago.
You haven't heard the last of this. If you think I'll forget this, you're crazy.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Not too long ago, if you'd asked me to join AARP, I'd have said, no way.
I'm not retired. Then I found out AARP is for any person who's 50 or over. So I called. I like the fact that I could be part of an organization the government listens to on issues like health, long-term care, and financial security.
I like the fact that I could save money with AARP's pharmacy by mail.
Now, as a member, I get modern maturity magazines and informative news bulletins. I can enroll in the group health insurance program.
And qualify for special rates on home and auto insurance. My $5 membership even gets me great savings at hotels across the country.
Plus, joining is so easy. Just call this toll-free number. AARP will send you a free information package.
And once you send your $5 dues, your own membership card.
So come on, become a member.
I can't think of a better $5 you'll ever spend. Go ahead, call this number now.
The Wheel takes a Sunday spin, 10:30 p.m.
Once again, the King has saved the day. I think it just proved to Mr. Gossett what it means to have egg on your face, huh?
You know, that's exactly right. And speaking of egg on the face, that's exactly the situation that I'm looking forward to have Tommy Rich in this coming Monday night. Now, you see, what this boils down to is Tommy Rich, after last week's match, and I understand we're going to roll the footage in just a second, but I had a chance, I told the people, to rectify a situation that took place a couple of years ago, and I did that. I took Tommy Rich right in the ring, and I piled right him. I got the 1, 2, 3, and then Tommy Rich and Austin Idol, as they put it, they felt like they had a little egg on their face, so Rich comes back and demands a shot at the Unified World title. Well, you know, I told Eddie Marlin, I said, look, I'm not going to back away from anybody. But by the same token, I'm always having to put up the title. What is Tommy risk? What is he risking?
Right.
Right? Nothing. So I came to Eddie Marlin, and I said, how about putting some sort of stipulation so that the fans, if Tommy Rich loses and can't win the World Championship, so that they'll see some sort of satisfaction from that jerk. So we came up with the little egg idea, and because he said an interview in here, and he said something about having egg on his face. Well, Monday night after this match is all over, Tommy Rich, I'm going to throw the first one, brother, but then I'm going to line up 49 of these people right out here that are going to be down there Monday night, and each and every one of them are going to get to bust you right in the face, Tommy Rich. Now, he's got an interview that he sent in. I'm going to go ahead and let you show all this, but I want to remind you of one thing. He's got a little piece of footage where I went down about 6 months ago after I'd won the AWA championship, and I put that belt at stake in the little hick town of Marietta, Georgia. That's Tommy Rich's hometown, and I went down there and put the title on the line, and what finally happened was he had a guy at ringside sitting with him who handed him a chain. He hit me with it. As the referee was counted to 3, you'll see I put my foot on the rope. The referee went ahead and counted to 3. Tommy Rich raises his hand, and as you watch the film, you'll see the promoter coming in the ring. They reversed the decision immediately, and I kept the belt. But Tommy Rich has edited this film, and he's been going around telling everybody that he beat me for the world championship. Tommy Rich, you've never beaten me for any world title. You got your shot Monday night, and you better make it the best one that you've ever done, brother, because if you don't, you're seriously going to have some egg on your face right at the Mid-South Coliseum.
All right, then. Let's take a look first at the action. The King and Jimmy Valiant going against Idol and Tommy Rich.
And a knee into the gut of Lawler. Now Lawler was going to be whipped, but he throws Austin Idol into the corner, and it catches Tommy Rich, and out of the ring goes Rich into the ring. Handsome Jimmy the Boogeyman. Tommy Rich did not like that look. There we go. Idol into the Lawler. Jimmy Valiant corner. Lawler doubles up the big right. Look out for Tommy Rich. Oh, yeah, watch this. Bam! Double whammy. Oh, I love it. Here comes Handsome Jimmy, and he's shaking his head in total approval. Now Lawler spreads the leg of Austin Idol. Look out for Tommy Rich. Now Lawler out on the floor. Tommy Rich holding Lawler and rams him into that steel post head first.
As Idol turns Lawler around and dishes a vicious right hand. Tommy Rich pounds Lawler's head down on the steps. He busted him hard, too. Rich has skipped out of the ring on Handsome Jimmy. Wraps a mic cord right around Lawler's throat. And Rich trying to choke it. Doing a pretty good job, and Jimmy grabs him. Now he's back in the ring, and Rich dishes him in, meets him with a right coming off the rope.
Lawler got Tommy Rich. Lawler ready. Bam! Catches Rich. And another one right under the chin. Lawler now. It's payback time. Oh, boy, look at Lawler hammer Austin Idol. But Rich catches Lawler right behind the head. Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy got nailed and is down on the concrete floor as Lawler again in the ring and on the canvas with Rich and Idol, both of them in there. This has been more like a battle royal than it has been. Oh, they're moving Lawler's legs around. They're going to try to post him again. Rich and Idol out on the concrete floor as the referee holding on, and here comes Handsome Jimmy. Slams the heads of Rich and Idol together. That prevented that. Lawler back on his feet. Going after Rich with a pile driver. Hounds him down into the mat. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. 23-23, and the winner, Jerry Lawler, Handsome Jimmy.
Oh, what a great match for Lawler and Handsome Jimmy. Beautiful teamwork. Beautiful. Boy, you're talking about teamwork. Look at Tommy Rich. Look out. Total race.
Miracles never cease to amaze me, especially when they go your way, Jerry Lawler. All the people in Memphis last Monday night went crazy when you dropped me on my head, and you got the 3 count. But little do they know, it took Jerry Calhoun, it took Jerry Lawler, and it took everybody turning their head. Well, let me tell you what kind of man I am. Jerry Lawler, you sit back, you watch this film, and your rednecks watch it too. I'm going to show you that Jerry Lawler can be beat.
Tommy Rich He looks like he had something in his hand, and there he goes back to his trunks. Jerry Lawler's out.
Lawler's down, and Lawler's out. The referee has counted to 3 and called for the bell.
I can't believe this. The referee counted to 3, and it looks like they're going to award the AWA belt to Tommy Wildfire Rich. I can't believe this. Has the it looks like it has. Rick Stewart, it looks like Tommy Rich has won the AWA World Heavyweight title.
You know, a picture's worth a million words. Everybody in Memphis, Jerry Lawler, Jerry Calhoun, Eddie Marlin, you all seen me win the AWA World Heavyweight title. Well, when I come to Memphis this Monday night, I'm coming after the AWA World Heavyweight title. And let me tell you something. I'm going to bring Mr. Donnie with me. And, you know, it ain't a doubt in my mind that I'm going to walk out of the Memphis Coliseum with the world title around my waist. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you rednecks and Jerry Lawler one better. Jerry Lawler, if you beat me in Memphis, Tennessee, you know, I know all of you people know what a donkey machine is, where you take the baseball, if you throw it, the man hits the water. Well, you ever heard that old saying, egg in your face? Well, Jerry Lawler, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get a little egg in Tommy Rich's face. Because what we're going to have, if you beat me, you can take and you can pick a few people out of the crowd. You can give them all an egg. We're going to call it Egg Blast Night right there at the Coliseum. But there ain't no doubt in my mind that I'm going to walk away with the AWA World Heavyweight title Monday night.
You can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever offered. With only giant hits and legendary stars like Aretha Franklin. Jesus. They're all here in a special TV collection called Rough Side of the Mountain. Watch carefully. You get Al Green's most exciting gospel hit.
Like he said he would. I feel like praising.
Shirley Caesar's Hold My Mule, her story song of thanks and praise.
I feel like praising him.
The Winans. The Clark Sisters, You Brought the Sunshine.
I'm a witness, I get a witness that Jesus, mighty know Jesus. Won't he make a way?
The Thompson Community Choir. Inspiring hits and stars like Thomas Whitfield, Inez Andrews, Marion Williams, and James Cleveland. This album is not sold in stores. Order by calling this toll-free number now, and you'll also get another Rough Side treasury with the New Jersey Mass Choir, the Angelics, Gospel Greats of the Past,
Judge me, Lord Jesus.
Sam Cooke, Brother Joe May, Alex Bradford.
He went back up on the
Remember, call now and hear the sermon that's sweeping America. Watch Them Dogs.
Who in the hell left the gate open?
Sandra Crouch. Write this toll-free number down and call now. Get both Rough Side of the Mountain treasuries, only $14.98. And on all record and tape sets, we include the man who knows about rough side climbing, Reverend Jesse Jackson's most inspiring sermon.
It's morning time.
Call now for Rough Side of the Mountain.
In the ring right now, ready for a six-man tag team match. We've got Jungle Jim McPherson out of Salem, New Jersey, the concrete jungles of Salem, New Jersey. We got Jed Grundy out of Salt Gum, Kentucky, and from Orlando, Florida, Brian Lee. Coming up here right now, the Japanese team, Shogun Masamune and Samurai Shinji, with P.Y. Chu-Hi, also known as Phil Hickerson, and in their corner, kendo stick in hand, Tojo Yamamoto. Six-man tag team match. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee in this one. And I don't know who's going to be starting for which team. Looks like Jed Grundy is set to start for his team. The man out of Salt Gum, Kentucky, weighs in at 423 pounds. And P.Y. Chu-Hi has stepped out. Looks like it is going to be Samurai Shinji starting out for his team. Oh, he runs into Jed Grundy. This may be a revelation for the Japanese team. I don't know how closely they have followed Jed Grundy. Jed out of Kentucky, and he is tough, let me tell you, as you just saw, as Shinji ran right into him, and it didn't budge Grundy an inch. He just knocked him down. Look at that. Grundy's so big that Shinji can't even get his arms all the way around him. Speaking of being so big, you can't do that. Here comes... I thought we were rid of you.
You'll never be rid of me, but I'll tell you one person who will be rid of, and that's that moron Jerry Lawler. Nobody throws egg in my face and gets away with it.
A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have tried.
Well, I can back it up, and if I can't back it up, I know people that can back it up.
Don't like the sound of that. Tag made by Jed Grundy, and Jim McPherson will be coming in now. McPherson against P.Y. Chu-Hi.
Jed Grundy. He could make a good commercial for Weight Watchers. Look at him. You know, I was back in the control room, and we are getting flooded with calls that you're talking too much, and I'm not getting to say a word.
I'll bet we're getting flooded with calls, but I question that that's what the callers are saying. Tag made by P.Y. Chu-Hi, and Shogun Masamune will be coming in right now.
Who is this Beach Boy bum in the blue tights?
That's Brian Lee. Beach Boy bum nothing. He's, matter of fact, he's a former holder of the CWA heavyweight title. He took it away.
Former holder. That key word, former holder. We're not talking about yesterday. We're talking about today.
We're talking about today's championship caliber wrestler is what we're talking about. Jim McPherson out of Salem, New Jersey in here. Boy, he can move.
Yeah, he sure can.
Here comes Brian Lee back in after the tag. Lee. Oops. Down to the mat goes Mr. P.Y. Chu-Hi. This is the man that Brian Lee took that CWA title off.
I don't know how he ever done
right
it.
Here on TV.
He must have been asleep, that's for sure.
Oh, now look at Hickerson. Raked him across the eyes with the fingers. Hickerson into the ropes.
I notice you have Tojo Yamamoto out here, who needs no introduction, one of the smartest managers in this business. The show is picking up, Dave.
No argument. Here's what I argue with right here.
What did he do? He ran into his stick. He didn't do anything. Didn't do anything at all. You need glasses. I have a pair, an extra pair.
I think you fans saw exactly what happened.
I didn't see him do anything.
P.Y. Chu-Hi putting that leg down on the mat, holding it there.
Look at
Shogun Masamune comes in.
Haystack Jr. over here. He needs to stay in his corner. You talk about looking terrible. Look at him.
Oh, they sit down on that leg if they got it bridged up across the rope.
He doesn't look too hot now. You talk about him being a former champion. That's why he is a former champion.
Well, Tojo Yamamoto started this problem that Brian Lee is having right now when he hit him with that kendo stick from outside.
That's your tale.
Hickerson. Ooh.
Hickerson has always been one of the toughest men in this sport.
They pick him up and slam those knees down right into the mat. Double team by P.Y. Chu-Hi and Shogun Masamune for the Japanese team. By the way, it's Ronnie P. Gossett IV who has joined us here uninvited at the table and has been here most of the day.
Uninvited. I have already told you, and you keep running your mouth, I'll get rid of you today.
Got about 5 minutes left in the time limit here.
And I'll tell you another thing. Next week when I'm here, we need to screen some of our guests. They've been yelling some things at me that I don't appreciate at all.
Well, I'm sure you don't appreciate them. Unfortunately for you, I think they may be telling the truth a good part of the time. Hickerson. Boy, look at it. With that kick behind the back of the leg. They have really...
Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal.
Well, you're right. It is.
Brian Lee is so dumb, he can't find his corner.
Well, they've been double and triple teaming him, keep him away from the corner. Brian Lee moved out of the way that time. He's almost to the corner, and he gets the tag, badly needed tag on Jungle Jim. Look at him come in. Look at him get off the mat. Way up in the air. He drop kicks all of them. Jed Grundy around to keep Tojo Yamamoto busy.
This big slob is coming after a manager. Now, you tell me that's in the rules?
Well, it is if Tojo Yamamoto keeps interfering, and he's done so many times. Look out, the Japanese double team Jim McPherson. They cover. Referee counts 2, 3. This one's over. It's going to be the Japanese team.
It was over when the bell rang. You think those 3 idiots could stay with Tojo's staff? Not at all.
Well, they stayed with him and gave him a good battle until Tojo hit him with that kendo stick and allowed the triple and double teaming to start. Come on, it's over. Tojo, get him out of there. Hickerson takes the kendo stick. Well, you guys keep it up. Referee will disqualify you. Take the fall away. Well, here comes some help. Yeah. Mason-Dixon Connection jumps in there to help out. And watch this, Mr. Gossett. You go to see the Japanese team leave in a hurry. There they go.
There's nothing wrong with them doing the powder. They just scoop. Nothing at all. I don't blame them.
We're going to take a break. Back with you in just a moment.
Brother Hell for Jolly Royal Furniture. Benchcraft said yes. Yes, Jolly Royal, cut your prices up to 60% on our fine furniture. And look at these tables. 1 cocktail, 2 end tables, a sofa table, all 4 for $3.99 or $119 each. Many styles, many classic woods. Even old Percy Cox is excited over this sale. And usually he wouldn't walk across the street to watch a doodlebug push a bale of hay up the courthouse steps. Free delivery, setup, and delivery.
What's a crystal like? It's like the best weekend you've had in months. It's crazy. It's insane. It's like 5 days of fun on a 3-day pass. That's a crystal.
It's steamed, it's square, it's small. It's crystal. And like you, it's definitely different. What's a crystal like? It's like a 53 convertible. You sit inside, you start to smile, and sometimes you take a friend. That's a crystal. It's comfortable, classic, and always fun. It's crystal. And like you, it's definitely different.
Race fans, get ready! Chevy trucks present the Coors Extra Gold USA Hot Rod Truck Mud Racing International, exploding into the Mid-South Coliseum tonight and tomorrow afternoon. Monster truck action. Taurus battles jet-powered Coors Bruiser and the granddaddy of them all, Bigfoot, in the Monster Truck Challenge. Plus championship high-stakes super motocross. It's twin track, power pack, top fuel dragsters and mud racing national shootout, and motorcycle daredevils risk it all in Mac Valley's Globe of Death. Tickets at the Coliseum and Ticketmaster tonight and tomorrow. The hottest show on wheels.
Say, there's big news coming your way in this Sunday's newspaper. This brochure tells how you can receive cash benefits in addition to any other insurance you may have. Benefits that are paid for the first day and every day you're hospitalized for any covered sickness or accident. Best of all, it's from Physicians Mutual, a leader in protection and service. All the facts are in this brochure, so watch for it in your Sunday paper.
We're here when you need us, Physicians Mutual.
Joining me now, Mr. Kent Ritchie from Covington Pike Toyota. Every week, Covington Pike Toyota helps us name a wrestler of the week. And in that man's honor, a check for $100 is given to a charity. This week, Ken, understand Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is going to be the charity. And the wrestler of the week is Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton, the wrestler of the week, Covington Pike Toyota, wrestler of the week with a $100 check in his name. Kent, what's going on out there?
Hey, great news, Lance. In tomorrow morning's Commercial Appeal, there'll be a featured article on the best-selling passenger vehicles in the city of Memphis, and then everyone will find out something we've known for a long time. The 3 best-selling vehicles in the city of Memphis and Shelby County last year was a Toyota Corolla, a Toyota Camry, and a Toyota half-ton pickup. And we've got 900 of these vehicles sitting on the lot. You could come by there today and pick out the exact model, the exact color, drive it home today for nothing down. When you sell as many cars, trucks, and vans as we do, you can sell them for less.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Kent Ritchie. And the rest of the week again, Rick Morton and Le Bonheur Children's Hospital gets the check. We are going to tell you about the action coming up around the territory, beginning in Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson, Tennessee for championship wrestling action coming up tomorrow night. Box office will be open at 12 noon, so you can get those tickets in advance. It's going to be a big night in Jackson, Tennessee. All the top stars are going to be there. 2 title matches are on the card, a barbed wire match and a first blood match. It's going to be quite a night. usually is and really will be tomorrow night in Jackson, Tennessee. Make your plans if you're anywhere in the Jackson area. This one's worth driving to get to. Also, coming up later on Friday, March 10th in Hohenwald, Tennessee at Lewis County High School. Saturday the 25th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Championship wrestling will be returning.
Arkansas? I never heard of it.
Jonesboro is a fine town.
Is that on the map?
It is on the map, of course. Kerry Von Erich will be there on Saturday the 25th. Friday, March 31st in Camden, Tennessee. Same night in Ripley, Mississippi at Ripley High School. Thursday, April 6th in Halls, Tennessee at the high school. On Friday, April 7th, Championship Wrestling in Grenada, Mississippi. Remember, tomorrow night, Jackson, Tennessee for super wrestling action. Back here in just a moment.
The Memphis Museum System has something for everyone. The Pink Palace Museum and Planetarium, the McGavney and Mallory Neely houses, and the Lichterman Nature Center. About half our operating budget comes from the city, and we depend on you for the rest. Our family membership plan offers free admission to all facilities, a monthly newsletter, discounts on workshops and field trips, invitations to exhibit opening parties, and much more. Become a member of the Memphis Museum System. We've got something for everyone.
This is the Goody's Extra Strength formula that you made the best-selling headache powder in the Southeast. The same reliable brand that's been relieving the pain and discomfort of headaches, arthritis, muscular aches and colds for more than 50 years. And the very same extra strength formula that Goody's has now made into a tablet. Goody's Extra Strength tablets and powders. Now, isn't that a relief?
You got a tax refund coming? Well, why wait 4 to 6 weeks to get that new or used car or truck you've been wanting? Because with Zap Tax, exclusively at Grundy Chevrolet in Memphis, pick out the car you want today and use your Zap Tax refund loan tomorrow for your down payment. Just bring your W-2 and 1040, and a Zap Tax representative will help you file direct from our showroom to the IRS to get that Zap Tax refund loan zap fast. Exclusively at Grundy Chevrolet in Memphis. Pick up the phone. Give us a call.
Give me the reason, stop to love, any love. And there's nothing better than love, hit after hit after hit. On the next Oprah Winfrey Show, my personal favorite, Luther Vandross, sings. I listen to him every morning. The voice of this man helps me run an extra mile every day. So I hope you'll watch Luther Vandross on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
Monday at 3 on TV5.
Time is up. Boy, I hope you've enjoyed championship wrestling today. It has been quite a day, let me tell you. I am glad that you will not be with us next week, Mr.
Let me tell you something. I'll be here next week. You can take it to the bank. I don't know if you'll be here next week, but you can bet the farm I'll be here next week. This is Ronnie P. Gossett IV saying, so long.
We'll see you next week here on Championship Wrestling. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.
Everybody wants it, but only one station has it. The Snowbird Report, exclusively on TV5.
Snowbird is brought to you by McDonald's, Haven Furniture, Super D Discount Drugs, and TV5.
Spring is in at S&K in a big way. It's fresh new deep.
Almost any kind of body.
Milka's body. Good.
Pass it on. What's new, cool stuff? My new invention, Wendy, the Colossal Case Meal Perfect Packer. Look at it go. Then I can make it go faster. Whoa! Sticking around like stuff.
Now
Now inside Wendy's Kids Meals, Play School Glow Friends Finger Puppets. Nighttime friends that glow in the dark.
Time for bed.
So when the lights go out, the fun goes on. Glow Friends Finger Puppets. You can collect all 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in this corner...
It's What's Happening Now. Going the distance with knockdown, drag-out, toe-to-toe, bang-up, roundhouse entertainment.
You mean it?
Sure we mean it. So if you're in the mood for some hard-hitting humor,
Hit me.
head on over to Rob's place. It'll knock you out.
The fight is over!
You're gonna love